Watch. Kanye West reacts to Kim Kardashian's Vogue spread. Tayla Parx is Tayla made to be your latest obsession. That is, if she isn't already. After all, she's the creative genius behind so many of your favorite songs. Ariana Grande's Thank You. Next, John Legend's I Am Ready, and Jennifer Lopez's So Good, just to name a few, and a self-care guru who is changing the music industry for the better. We're in an industry that is full of creatives, except we don't really prioritize taking care of them, Tayla exclusively shared with E! News. Instead of just saying that it's a thing, how can I be a part of making something, a new approach towards self-care and creatives? That's where her songwriting camp Burnout comes into play. Based in Nashville from February 7 through 11, her retreat aims to flip the script by focusing on mental health while promoting inventiveness. The whole point of it is not to burn out, the musician, nominated for a 2022 Grammy for Album of the Year, explained. So we split the day into two portions, play and create. I wanted to see if you introduced these creatives to different coping mechanisms, like Tai Chi and sound baths. How would that show in their music later on? Are they more in tune with themselves? Indeed, the rich singer, and former actress, is living proof that with mindfulness comes magic, plus good music and vibes. Just scroll on to see for yourself. Tayla Parx. If I didn't have my own story to say, I would just be a songwriter. I love both sides, but when you have something that you have to say, and you will say it differently than the other people that you're working with, then why not? It's been so rewarding because I have all of these Tayla tots that really get me, and they're so excited about singing these songs with me. They're understanding what's going on in my life and also seeing it reflected in the How do you manage your own mental health? TP. Definitely hanging out with my dogs or a road trip. I am always in my garden and prioritizing my mornings for myself. A friend got me the wellness journal. It asks you the same 10 questions every day. How did you sleep? Did you eat some vegetables today? It's really changed my life because as a songwriter, it's very tough to balance everybody else's emotions and your own. So to be able to practice mindfulness, that's a huge thing for me. Ariana Grande's Thank You. Next is one of the biggest hits ever. How did you and Ariana bring that to life? TP. Me and Ariana have known each other for years, and so we've met all these different versions of ourselves. She knows my process at this point well enough to know that I don't want the surface. That's a huge part of the process for me and why I think the songs that I create with artists connect. They know that they're finding out the truth. That process is always let's just get into the nitty-gritty. What are you scared about right now? What are you solid in right now? That's what makes a hit song, is the honesty. How about working with Janelle Monáe? TP. It was incredible because anytime you work with an artist that is sure of themselves, but also ready to explore their next evolution, you want to be a part of that as a creative. And for her, she just trusted me enough to go with that process. You're also delving into country music, a predominantly white industry. What's your experience been like? TP. I've had sessions where it's like, this is terrible, and it's just because Nashville is, in my opinion, years behind the rest of the music industry. Some of my favorite creatives and some of my favorite nights on tour as an artist have been in Nashville. So there's definitely a love-hate relationship. As many people are kind of stuck in the past, you have a lot of people looking forward to a new Nashville too, which is why I chose to have Burnout there. Which artists do you look up to? TP. Pharrell, Dolly Parton, Priscilla Renee, who now goes by Money Long, Jay-Z, and Missy. They all do their own thing, like whether it's the business or the business mixed with the creative or just the creative. There's so many incredible people that I've been able to just learn from. Who is your dream collab? TP. Definitely, Missy. When she interacted with me at all online, I was dying inside. That's the next step. Working with her would be incredible. I don't ever know what would come out of that session. Even if we just hung out, I would be happy. What's next for you? TP. There is a new single called Rich and it's coming in around March or April. It'll be happening at the same time around my Southwest performance in. I'll probably perform it around then, which will be a nice little sneak peek. It's being vulnerable in a very different way, and I am excited for people to hear it. This interview has been edited for clarity and length.